Now exercise. I got involved with doing exercise using weights and other things through the charity because we were helping somebody else to improve their health and well-being. They were quite ill and it was required as part of their care. And I wasn't sure what I could achieve. I was very weak at the time and I knew I was going to struggle, but I was going to have a go. Uh, Prior to that, I had my yoga mat, and I also bought something else to try and help with the muscle loss I was experiencing due to my illness. And this is a bit of kit I have, and I've had this a few years now. It's a resistance band piece of kit. It's have you noticed it's space saving? You just stick it in the corner. It's great for that. It has sections for your feet, and those go on your feet. Those pieces there. You stick them on your feet, and when you put them on your feet, it anchors the band. And this piece here, you roll it to whatever resistance you want, and you do exercises with it. And the more you roll it, the tougher it is. Now, I still use this. It's a nice piece of kit. It is a very good for warming your body up if I'm going to do something else, and it does give you muscle tone. However, it doesn't give you muscle growth. It's not tough enough for that. It's not strong enough for that, but it's a good starter for doing some cardio and muscle tone. That was the first bit of kit I got, and I got involved in the weight training, and Harry brought a lot of experience of his own into that. And for 12 months, I so struggled, and I've done a piece on the blog about that part of that journey. And after about 12 months, I thought, right, okay, I was connecting to this. It's a very focused activity and a lot of benefit with that. But you also have to think about safety. And I come to a point in my life where I thought, right, I do this once a week, but I'm not doing anything in my own space. So how can I transfer that? So I decided to get my first dumbbells for me. And of course, I had to think about cost. So I went to Argos, they had an offer on, and I got some dumbbells. I'm just showing you one dumbbell, because there's two of these. And it's 3 kilogram weight. So I wanted a reasonable weight. I've only got to have one set. And the day I got this set of bells, I took them into the session. It was on the session day. I unwrapped them because it was part of the experience I wanted to share with people in the charity, and they disappeared. They literally went round the room. It was, and it's something I noticed, and it brings it. Sometimes you notice things in other people, it brings it to yourself. It's the connection. Now I connect by feel, by touch, and by sight, and people were connecting to this. They were aware of what we were doing for actually it was for Nigel. They'd seen some short video and photographs that mentioned it. But once they saw me get these and they got their hands on it, then they really connected to that. And that allowed us to go forward after some more discussions and get a small funding bid to get some equipment for them to use, because they wanted their own weights and equipment to do some working out. And that was a turning point at that. And it wasn't me trying to influence them. It was just I wanted to share the experience with them, and they connected to that. Once that continued, some of the equipment we use in the workout, weekly workout, they use individual plates, weighted plates, and I didn't have anything like that. And I thought, oh well, I only have one set of bells, and they're only one weight, and it's not very adaptable. But I didn't know if I could afford this. I mean, how do you afford these metal plates? They're kind of expensive. So I started doing a little bit of research, and I noticed you can get a certain kind of plate that's slightly cheaper. You have to be careful with them, but they are cheaper. And I saved up. There was again an offer. Me and budget. I'm always looking for an offer and a sale if I want something, and I managed to get it in a sale on Amazon, and I got a set of my first plates. And those plates allowed me to have a bar. I can alternate those plates and put different weights on. Now these plates are concrete based, so they're cheaper, and that's why they're kind of wider than a metal one, because it takes more concrete to get the same weight. I have to be careful when you put these down because they can like fracture inside. So, but that's okay. I'm happy. These are my first kit of dumbbells, and I managed to get individual ones that made up to 30 kilogram in weight by individual plates. And the day it turned up, I was very excited, and I seen the delivery man, and I'm like standing up the step. And this poor bloke, I mean, bless him, he'd had a warning on the box about it was 30 kilogram, but he didn't know what was in it. And he picked this box up, and he was staggering down the drive. And he come to me, he looked like bright red in his face. He said, "Oh, can I put this down?" So I said, "Yeah, let's put it down." And he said, "What in the goodness is in that box?" And I said, "Well, it's workout plates. It's exercise plates for doing weightlifting." And he just looked at me. I said, "Yeah, they're for me." And he kind of went, "How are you going to get that box in there?" I said, "Oh, it's okay." I hadn't yet to tell me he was actually carrying 30 kilogram of concrete. I mean, that would have been really unkind, wouldn't it? So away went, and I, being a wise lass, I knew I couldn't pick up 30 kilograms, so I opened the box and I transferred them into my room, a couple of plates at a time. Once that continued, and that helped me develop my own routine. Now I had my own plates, and the next thing there was a couple of other things we were introduced to on the weekly workout with at Nigel's. One of them was bar work, and using a long bar to put plates on to do, such as deadlift. Now, when we moved into that, a massive amount of focus was required. You had to train your mind to focus on what you're doing, because you can hurt yourself if you don't. And I love it. I found the benefits of that was brilliant. I really enjoyed that. But their bars that we use there are, some of them are nearly as long as me, like 5.5 feet. I don't have a lot of space. Where am I going to put this? How am I going to use it? As you see, my tour, I didn't have a lot of working space for me to do my exercise. So a 5.5 foot to 6 foot bar is not going to work for me. So again, I kind of looked around, what can I get, what can I afford? And I found something for if you got only a small amount of space, and also for people who can't manage a longer bar. And I got this. This is a 4-foot bar. It's kind of hefty. It's 5 kilogram in weight, so I have to take into account that. I can do exercises just with this bar. I don't need to put weights on it, and I do that quite regular. I love my bar, and it's enabled me to do exercises and in my own space that help me develop and improve my abilities. One of the things we do is we look at little challenges, and again, I've mentioned challenges before with other things I do. It is something that's helpful to connect to what your activities. And again, it has a beneficial effect with your anxiety that you're managing. Little challenges, and one of my challenges I decided wanted to do from the start was to trying to get physically stronger, and the weightlifting enabled me to combat the physical weakness I suffer from. And it got me from underweight to the lower end of normal weight, and that's massive. It's much better for me health wise, and I need to keep that. you know, if I can't work out, and I can't always work out because of my illness, I'm maybe too exhausted, I can lose that muscle I've managed to attain and develop, and then I'm going back into being underweight, and it can happen pretty quickly. And so one of the challenges I decided to set myself is to pick up my body weight in a deadlift using a bar with weights on and plates on, and having my own bar enabled me to train for that. If I'd only been able to do it once a week, I don't think I would have managed it quite so quickly, but it enabled me to do that, and I really enjoyed the focus and that, and I did achieve it, and I still feel great about that. I did that earlier this year. There's a video on the blog about that journey. So yes, if you haven't got a lot of space and you want to use a bar and put plates on, a 4-foot bar could be what's handy for you. Now there's one more thing I managed to do to add to my wee personal gym. One of the things that we do is pad work and boxing with a heavy bag. Now I have no space or facilities for a heavy bag. I can't do that, and obviously I can't have pads because I'm on my own. And I wanted to be able to bring that into my environment, add that to my wee gym, because I really like the focus involved in the bag work, and it enables you to work out some stress if you're feeling stressed in a focused way. Really beneficial. So I thought about that. I did some research, and I saw something, and I waited until it came on offer, and I got myself a strike bag. Just give me a second. Now you can't see all the strike bag in here. It's actually, again, I included the experience with the charity, and I took it in the day I got it into the session. And the first thing that happened was everybody wanted to have a go at this. Put it together, and it was, oh, this is great, can we have one of these? Unfortunately, we don't have facilities to do that, but it's lightweight, so you can hit this really hard. However, it is space saving. I can stick it in a corner. It actually has a water base to keep it from falling over, and it's about closing work, and it's about control. I get a good workout with this. It helps with my cardio. It's a good warm up, and it's good focus. So now I have a bag, I have me dumbbells, I have me bar, and I have me resistant band, and I work out a routine, and so I connected and own my exercise routine. And that's really important, I think, for everything that you do that way, because when you're focusing and you connect and you immerse yourself in that, yeah, that reduces your anxiety, and it helps deal with the effects of trauma. So another idea for people, I hope it's helpful if you're thinking about doing exercise in a small space in your own place.